Okay, so today is day two, part two of the recording for vibe coding, and I want to do something slightly different. So I thought about this. So if you haven't seen the first video, that's okay. But basically, I'm building an app where you can add your daily notes, and it's a desktop app. It's written in Rust, and I'm using Cursor to write the code. So what I was doing last time was trying to fix the UI one step at a time. So I was trying to fix the header, for example, and then the subheader, the gray one that you see on the right hand side here, and I'm hovering with my mouse, and that's it. And I was struggling a bit, but what I want to do today instead, I want to reach the point where we have at least one text input. So how was your day? You can type any text and then you can actually save it, and you can display maybe the date where you wrote it. So the idea is that you can view your previous one, you can view the current day, and so on. So I don't want an history, I just want some arrows at the bottom where you basically changes it changes days, so you can see like your previous day or today's date. So I'm gonna try to explain this in Cursor and see what's happening, but maybe it's not that straightforward to explain, but I will do it. So first thing I'll do, I'll say remove the emoji for now. I just want to do the text, so remove the emoji parts for now. We will be focusing on the free text. Let's see. So I'll use the edit file tool to make this change. I don't know what the edit file tool is, to be fair. Is it like, is there a tool to edit files? Maybe. So let's see how it's looking. Come on. Okay. Boom, it did something. It seems like it did more than I thought. Oh, he also changed the free text box title to match the design. Okay, let's have a look. I was not hoping it was making more changes, but probably I'm not being clear with my instructions. Let's see. Come on. All right. So he added more things. So it's not ideal. So let's not be more. So let's just explain it. I just want how was your day. So actually, I want the next one. Let's just keep write about your day, and remove how was your day, in actions entry. Boom. Oops. Don't know what I pressed. Enter. So should be simple change to make. As you can see on the left hand side, I actually left some notes for myself. So look at the camera a bit more. I'm trying. My camera is up there. Blah blah blah. I have to prepare some context up front. I did not prepare any this time because there was no heavy lifting to do. And I say do not show browser in the screen. So this is very interesting. So I'm showing the browser on the right hand side because every time I press run command, it will open a new app. And because I'm using a tiling system in Pop! OS, this kind of is useful to keep always some preserved space to run the app. Nothing very interesting. It's just the way I work. Okay, so that's cool. So finally, we only have write about your day, hello world. Right. So the next step is to try to explain what I was trying to say before. Is what I would like to do. I would like to first of all see the current day, so today's date, 27th of March, and being able to go back to previous days. But the interesting part is that we need to be able to store in the file system this date. So if I were to start this application, I deploy something to production and do something really quickly, maybe the first thing I would like to do is to make sure I can store, I can display, maybe we can display today's date at the top of before write about your day, maybe, or yes, just before about write about above write about your day. So let's do that first. Can you add today date above write about your day? This will help user understand what they are referring to. I'm not gonna specify any format. I wanna be as dumb as I can. I wanna see what it comes out with, and that's it. So I can remove this feedback for now. Found dependencies. We'll add chrono create for date handling and modify the code. Okay. Chrono probably is to get to work with dates, maybe a bit better. Okay. Boom. Today. Oh, add today's day. Look at that. UI label. Okay, it's not a label. We'll see. I like it. I mean, based on the comment, I like it. Now, I don't know what the output is gonna be, but please tell me that this is going smooth. Okay. I was hoping that this was not within the box right about your day. Let's ask this one. I want it to be outside, more like a title. I would like the date to be outside the text box. Can you add it above text box, and it should look like another. Sorry, I can't type very well because I hurt my finger and struggling a lot. Centered. Right. Okay. Wow. Add space, rich text, heading. Okay. I don't know what it's doing. I worked with another kind of UI library, not for desktop app, but for terminal apps. That was very cool. Ratatouille. Let's see. Okay, that's good. That's good. It's fine. I'm okay with that. So now I have the date. That's very cool. Today is Thursday, March 27, and I guess we can still type hello work. Perfect. So now we're gonna do something complicated, and because this is about, of course, if I think as a programmer, I would like to think about, okay, I want to be able to switch between dates. So for example, it's going to be an arrow next to Thursday on the left and right hand side. So you can move in the future, you can move in the past. But each day needs to have its own context about the text, the action, right? So I think the app needs to start storing information. So it doesn't have to necessarily store them now, but it needs to store them, eventually needs to store them. So, but the first thing we want to do, we want to be able to move between days. Now I would like to have the ability to move, to change date. I want to do that by pressing an arrow. There are going to be two arrows, one on the left side of the date, and one on the right hand side. The left hand side will go back one day, the right hand side will go back, will go 1 day forward. For example, from the 27th, oops, of March, if I press the left arrow, it will go to the 26th of March. If I press the right arrow, it will go to the 28th of March. The arrows needs to be, it doesn't matter, this one for now. Let's not talk about the state yet, but I can mention it each day and see what happens. Each day should have its own record of the write about your day. If you type something on the 27th, it will not replace what is written on 26, etc. Let's see. Let's see how much does it like this prompt. Okay, so I understood it needs to have separate record for each day. We need to add the current date field to track the selected date. Okay. Store notes in a hash map with dates as keys. Yes. Add arrows button for navigation. Okay. This from the description that the AI is giving, it seems good. Let's see the rest. By the way, yesterday I forgot at the end of the recording. I forgot to push to Git. I mean, I mentioned that I would do it, but I did it after the recording ends, and I did it through the AI agent. It was straightforward. So right, so let's run this command and see. Okay, I can see the icon is not there, but let's see if it. So there is a very dark gray box with a square inside. So it seems like the icon is not being picked up. And then when you hover with the mouse, the box becomes slightly bigger. Let's see. So this is beautiful. It's not very centered, but that's okay. So it kind of moves them around. Okay, so it changes between dates. Fine. So I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna change to January. I don't know why I'm doing this. I wanna go to 2024. I wanna go to December, see what happens. Just curious. Yeah, it's quite straightforward. So now if I write one note about December 28, hello, December 28. If you go back, hello, 29. Okay, so this worked. We move between more. That's cool. So I'm impressed, but the icons don't work. So let's fix the icons. So I want to reach a point where we can store this data locally in the system. So I don't care about actually using icons. So I will ask not to have a gray box and just have a plain arrow. The arrows are not visible. Could you just use an arrow symbol and remove the gray box around it? The arrows. Let's see. Meantime, I'm just right. I was just taking notes. Okay, that's better. So I like it. You don't. There's no highlight, but cool. I like this feature. So we have something that shippable, but there's only one problem. When you restart the app, there will not be nodes. So I want to persist these nodes, and I want to persist them. You know, ideally, if you have a system, probably you persist them in the cloud or in database. But I'm gonna keep it very simple. We can store it locally, or we can ask suggestions to the AI. Whatever is the simple thing to do. So I would like now to persist the nodes. I'm happy with local files. You can create a folder to store them, and please ignore it in the git ignore file. So you probably wouldn't do this one, but this one, if you clone the repo, you run it locally, this will generate some files with your notes, and I'm okay to store it here for simplicity, and I just want to ignore it as a first step. So it doesn't get pushed, basically. So my notes, my very previous notes, will not get pushed. I didn't give much context, but probably knows. Now it's interesting how he's gonna store these notes. Like every time, like he's gonna add a save button. You know, because it's a desktop app, you can do it every time easily. But it's taking a very long time to edit the git ignore file. It's like struggling a lot. Oh, accept. See, again, I made a mistake yesterday. It's saying anything file, but it's not true. Always make this mistake. Create a notes directory if it doesn't exist. Okay. Save notes to files when they're updated. Load notes from files when the app starts. There are so many things that could go wrong here, like parsing. I don't know if he's gonna decide, like he's gonna be a txt file, a JSON. Wow, so it's creating a directory at the beginning. Okay. Add a new functionality to the reflect abstract. A new method slides the app and loads the current day notes. The get note path. File paths for each date. Okay, it's fine. That's fine. That's gonna be add automatically saving when switching dates. Periodically during update. Oh wow. Only saves when the note content has actually changed. Well, I love it, but please tell me it works. Okay, so I can definitely see a folder here. I'm not gonna look at the folder, just gonna write about my day. Hello world. And I'm gonna change date. Hello Friday. Okay, so now how I'm gonna test this? So I can check the notes file. Yes, it's been saved. Very, very weak implementation, but it's okay. So what are we doing next? So we can save notes. You can write about your day, and I would like to maybe add more information. So let's add a list of actions. So for example, you write about your day, and then you want to say also, oh, these are the things I want you to do.